outstanding. I've used it many, many times. Timmer got me signed up like you said, maybe about 14 years ago. Tremendous product, a lot of peace of mind comes with it. Things that you would never think, well, I'm going to get a lawyer for this. You know, by having them in your back pocket, it makes you want to contact the lawyer and get things straightened out. The example he gave this morning, that person never would have contacted an attorney to get this money back if it wasn't through this LegalShield product. And Timmer, as a human being, he's incredibly passionate, incredibly knowledgeable and caring, and wants to help people. And that's why it's such a good opportunity to refer people to Timmer, knowing that he's going to take great care of them. And I know you've taken great care of me, and I appreciate that. And thanks again, Timmer. All right, go get it, man.
Well, listen, I won't be. That was a great job, you know. And you think about the word loopholes. I mean, they're not loopholes. They're just the laws are what the laws are. You know, one thing I can tell you is that if you don't know what your rights are, you don't have any rights. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And you know, this is my 15th year now with LegalShield. And you know, when I started with LegalShield 15, 16 years ago, I was running the world's largest tennis club downtown Chicago. I mean, tennis is something I've done. You know, I'll be 50 this month. And so I probably have been doing tennis for about 47 years, right? I started when I was about 3 years old, playing in the Park District, doing that with my dad. You know, then went on to play college tennis, then went on to play professional tennis. Then I got into the world of coaching. You know, I love coaching. I love helping kids. You know, I've had about 75 kids now that have gotten Division I scholarships. And to me, what that means is it gives them a great game. It gives them a great law of association because, you know, tennis folks, for the most part, are good people to hang around with. So your kids are always around good people. And they get out of school with no debt, which is a big deal nowadays with, you know, school being $50,000. It doesn't matter where you are. Just say it's $50,000. This is what they charge people, you know, to go to a school and such. And so then I was listening to a presentation one day. I was doing some consulting, and a lady from LegalShield was there talking about these services. And I said, wow, these services make sense. I've never heard of these before. You know, listen, you can talk to Andrew, you can talk to anybody wealthy. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you save. And the reality is in the legal profession is attorneys are valuable, but they're expensive. I mean, ask Patricia. I mean, $287 an hour expensive on average across the country. So think about this. If 94% of the country does not make $300 a day, how often would you probably speak to an attorney? Probably never, unless it's something serious. Every one of us know that if we've got something serious going on, we call an attorney. You don't handle your bankruptcies on your own. You don't handle your divorces on your own, right? You don't handle your real estate transactions on your own. You don't handle your own criminal charges if something like, so we know when those things, you know, go on that you call an attorney. But it's those everyday things that we go through. I mean, literally, the NICOR bill he talked about. You know, first of all, I want to say thank you to so many folks in here because most of you all have our services. The thing is, I don't think you use them as much as you probably should use them. We all make personal, professional, and financial decisions. Google is not the place that you want to go to figure things out. You know, I learned that when my wife was going through cancer. You look at Google, man, you might as well say game over. You go on there trying to figure stuff out. You know, last week I had to, I had a situation. It was a simple situation. You know, the person that I'd had some stuff from the state in regard to my company. They sent me over the documents. I said, I'm not quite sure what these are. I send them to my attorney. You know, we overthink, I think, sometimes what LegalShield is. It just gives you the ability to pick up the phone and call an attorney. We all have one of these. And there's a button on the app, and you click it, and it goes to your law firm. And a receptionist answers the phone, and she says, what's your legal situation? And you say, I got a situation regarding something going on with NICOR. I've got a situation going on, something with my insurance company. I've got a situation going on with my car warranty. I've got a situation with Sprint because their cell phone service stinks and I keep dropping calls. I got a situation with my Comcast guy because you know what? He told me that he'd be here between 9 o'clock and 1 o'clock and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I've been sitting here all day long. I don't think that's quite fair. Whatever you got. If you're legally lonely, just call your attorneys. I mean, literally, just click the button, it goes to them. You say, hey, I've got a situation. You know, I had a situation with my BMW, with the warranty that I had on it. You know, what's interesting about car warranties is as the warranty gets older and near its mature date, if the car is not worth the same value it was, they only cover a certain amount of repairs when all is said and done. I'm like, what is this? When I bought the car, it was worth this much money. Of course, after 5 years, it's going to depreciate. You still should be fixing stuff. So they decided to fix about 70% of it. As soon as I was done, I just called my attorneys. You know, because I wanted my car back. I called my attorneys. My attorneys got a hold of the warranty company, and last week I got a check for like $2,200. I mean, that was about $2,200. You know, I had a $47 situation simply by delivering some flowers to my wife, and the delivery people just ruined the experience. I'm sorry it was snowing outside, but I specifically asked you, do not call her and let her know these flowers are coming. So they called her up and said, hey, the weather's bad. We're going to bring these flowers out right now. That ruined my surprise. Guys, I worked hard on that. So I called up the 1-800-FLOWER guys, and I said, what's the deal? They said, well, sorry, that's just the situation. No, so I called my attorneys. I said, this doesn't feel right. It was $47, but it was my $47. I called them up. They drafted a letter. They gave me my $47 back and promised me flowers on a future date that would actually surprise my wife. So guys, I just had it in my back pocket, and then when I needed it, I went ahead and called them. Because with LegalShield, you got this app, and you can click this button, and it goes right to your law firm. They're going to call you back that day. I mean, again, I'm not minimizing other attorneys, but where are most attorneys? They're in court. They're not calling you back that day. And the laws are the laws. It doesn't say because you have an office standing somewhere, right, that all of a sudden you've got more education. Our law firms average 20 plus years of experience. They answer 8,000 phone calls a day. You know, we've got some of our law firms that the partners are former attorney generals. You could say that it's a little bit powerful in what it is they do. Well-versed in all 26 areas of law when you give them a call. So you're going to get those consultations. They're going to write letters for you. You need a letter to a third party. When my insurance company didn't want to pay when my tenants beat up one of my houses, and they said, sorry, I called up LegalShield. They said, no. See, of course, the insurance company didn't say you should claim it as vandalism, but the attorney said that's absolutely vandalism. You should go to the state's attorney, file a thing right there. Then we'll write a letter over to the insurance company. We got a check for $25,000. I would have had to pay for that person who destroyed my house. They're also going to make sure your will is prepared and updated, guys. I mean, that's a big deal. You know, it's National Will Month. Forget it's national. Every day should be your will should be done month. It's got to be done. I mean, if something happens, what's going to happen? Your family's going to navigate through a bunch of knots and kinks and stresses and everything else that's going on. We do it for free. And what most people don't realize is putting the will together is not a super important or difficult thing, but it's the time that the attorney has to take to prepare it. They usually don't prepare it. They hand it off to the person over here, and they can charge you $500 to $1,000 to put it all together. We're going to make sure your will's done, your living wills are done, your power of attorneys are done. If you've got kids under the age of 18, we'll make sure that you've got a guardianship and minor trust put together. They cover you when you're driving your car. Listen, if you get a speeding ticket, a moving violation, yeah, I joke about it. I've tested that one out many, many times. So y'all don't need to worry about that one. If you get a ticket, you simply take a picture of it, you hit send, it goes to your law firm. They get an attorney to go to court for you in that particular city that you're at. I mean, if you think about what LegalShield has done is just taken, a law firm in every single state, put it together. We pay them over $120 million a year to service our clients. So every time somebody pays that $25 a month, every law firm across the country gets a third of it. They're well vested in being able to make sure that they take care of our members. Why? Because they get a survey. You guys, if you've used the service, you get a survey. We focus very, very hard on making sure we renew their contract every 60 days so our members don't have to worry about it. Are they perfect? No, but we have a system. We have a system in place. If our members don't get the advice they want or they're not happy with the situation, you're going to get a call from the partner of the law firm. You're going to get a call from the associate resolution department or a member resolution department to make sure they're happy. I can tell you when my wife went through a divorce prior to LegalShield and she gave that guy $1,000, she still has never heard from him. And what am I going to do, call the American Bar Association? I mean, I've had attorneys in our network fired. Where I just say, listen, you don't treat our members that way. Not if you're a referral attorney. I mean, if you're handling a divorce, a bankruptcy, a DUI, or something like that, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, we need to know about it so we'll make sure that they don't do that stuff again. So we're going to make sure that we review any contracts or documents for you. See, before you sign anything, just send it to them. Guys, we're just peace of mind in the palm of your hand. Identity theft, listen, it's not going away. We've been doing that for 16 years. Your information is out there everywhere. You got to have it protected. And we got the absolute best service. You know, don't mean to diminish anyone, but you got companies out there boasting what they do. Well, guess what? They can't even protect their own people's information. We got the very, very best. Look them up, Kroll. 2,200 licensed investigators there to help you and give you peace of mind. So for LegalShield, for about $1 a day, it just gives you peace of mind. You got this ID Shield service, it's $25 for your family for a month. You've got LegalShield, which is $25 for your family for the month. The services go month to month. We provide services for small business owners. Small business owners need us. They got contracts that need to be looked at. They got people that are saying you didn't do what you're supposed to do. They got people posting on social media that they didn't get done what they were going to do. Well, guess what? As business owners, you're like, I can't afford an attorney to write a letter for that right now. Well, yeah, you can with LegalShield. You call them up, you write a letter. Hey, these people owe us some money in our business. They haven't paid us. Guess what? You call LegalShield. Why pay a collection agency when a letter from an attorney usually works? So that's what we do at LegalShield, guys, is for about $1 a day. We give you peace of mind. So I appreciate everybody here that has our services. Make sure you use the member perks. I just booked a trip to London, England in October, and I saved about $400. $400. A couple weeks ago, I saved another $120 on a rental car, right, when I was traveling down in Georgia. So use the services. That's the thing about LegalShield. Pick up the phone. Know they're always there. If you guys got any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
I want to know why you needed the extra flowers.
I don't remember. Probably because it was the 5th of the month. I met my wife on the 5th of the month, so I celebrate the 5th of the month as an anniversary every single month. So I probably used it for that. I try not to get in trouble.
Wow.
I try not to get in trouble.
Do
I?
you get in trouble more? A couple comments about you guys. Timmer, I have a referral that's been sitting in my briefcase that I forgot to give to you, Tom. And you know, here's a guy, and he's been a pretty successful businessman. He's had kids who probably could have used the services a few times, and doesn't have a will or a medical or health power of attorney. I mean, guys, even if you're married, your spouse can't say anything to the doctors about what happens next for you. They cannot speak on your behalf if you're unable. A couple of things that, as adults, some of us younger than others, we really have to cover ourselves, and it's a responsible thing. And Timmer is giving you a really easy, cheap way to access that. So I strongly recommend that you consider that. And I just want to mention, Tobias is speaking to a group that I belong to, fellow financial advisors. Just people I've met over the years. We meet quarterly. We talk about different things in the markets, different things in our practices, etc. And recently started inviting some guest speakers, and Tobias is going to be meeting with us today. So not just being vetted by Jason and I, but probably 5-6 other advisors. So he'll be able to give you an update on that next week.
Awesome. Anybody else?
I use LegalShield all the time, so thank you so much. I've been with LegalShield for many, many years, and again, you know, a lot of testimony. We had an unfortunate situation on Sunday morning, and they wanted to record whatever, and I said to them, let me call my lawyer first on Sunday morning, and the cop was like, on Sunday morning, you think your lawyer's going to answer? And I said, bet your ass he will. And of course, you know, you call the emergency line, and they hook you up with a lawyer, and it was awesome. It was just absolutely fantastic service. So I am so satisfied with LegalShield. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, and guys, that's why we do what we do. I mean, I get goosebumps when I hear our members' stories, because who can you reach out to when you got stuff going on?
Yeah.
You know, your kids are away at college, right? They find themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing whatever they're doing. I mean, that's just what we do. So I appreciate you. Anybody else have any comments, questions?
Just another comment, you know, as a retired practicing lawyer, you know, lawyers do their own specialty kind of things. We don't do everything. You know, I'd be doing malpractice if I tried to do a tax thing. You know, so people kind of stay in their own silos, which means that when you need a lawyer, you need somebody who actually knows what they're doing. And I have used LegalShield myself with the kids who are in Atlanta, the ones who are in Houston. I can't be there, and I'm not a specialist in everything. So they've helped out. My daughter was being cheated by an employer, called LegalShield. They got somebody in Atlanta. Boom, the letter went out, and she got paid. So I'm very happy. You know, as a practitioner myself, I see the quality of work they do, and I'm very satisfied with it. so.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys. Everybody have an awesome day.
And definitely, if you have not had the opportunity to have a one-on-one